Our next state in Season 3 was California. We would be staying in 29 Palms, which is a small town located kind of in the middle of nowhere, but just north of Joshua Tree National Park. Finding a place to stay was challenging, but luckily we got a spot on the Marine Corps base. This was the perfect place to relax for a few weeks, see some of America's awesome military might, and visit a very cool national park.
We're on our 5th day here in 29 Palms around Joshua Tree, and we're just now finally going into the Joshua Tree National Park. So today's day 1. We're going to head in and do a couple easy, hopefully very easy hikes. Get stretched out a little bit, see what Joshua Tree is all about.
The closest park entrance from 29 Palms is just past the Oasis Visitor Center, which is located 4 miles outside the park. We made it our first stop and were lucky enough to catch the raising of the flag. Joshua Tree NPS is over 760,000 acres, and as you drive in from the north entrance, it seems pretty desolate. To be honest, we weren't very impressed as we first drove in. All of that changed about 7 miles into the park when we came across the Jumbo Rocks area. The area is a great stop to see some jumbo rocks and some very cool formations.
Look at your mom's a booger.
It's also a great starting off point for an easy but fun hike along the 1.7-mile Jumbo Rock Trail.
So the first trail that we're doing is the Jumbo Rocks Trail that connects Skull Rock to the Jumbo Rocks campground. And I'm kind of jealous. Look at this. Camping in the rock formations.
After you leave the Jumbo Rocks area, you start to see your first Joshua trees, which are beautiful. Continuing on the road another 5 miles will bring you to a spot that's not marked on the map, but should be.
Do you know where we're going?
The Hall of Horrors.
The Hall of Horrors. Ooh.
We're in a national park. I find that weird.
Creepy can be fun.
The Hall of Horrors area is an excellent place to explore, see the trees close up, and do some climbing.
So we've established there's nothing of horror in the Hall of Horrors. It's just a really neat place for kids or people just to climb on boulders, go underneath boulders, check out some of the plant life, and maybe find yourself a couple lizards.
The next stop we recommend is the Keys View that sits at the highest point in Joshua Tree at an elevation of over 5,000 feet. This location provides an amazing viewpoint to look out at the Salton Sea, Palm Springs, Coachella Valley, and the San Andreas Fault. And if you're looking for another amazing view, albeit a little closer to sea level, they need to take the drive to the Cholla Cactus Garden. These beautiful cactuses look like they'd be soft to the touch, but don't be fooled by their beauty. The nearly 10-acre garden is an amazing sight, and the quarter-mile trail takes you right through the heart of it.
We've been in a lot of national parks. This is the first park we've ever been in where they actually had a first aid kit. And to have, I mean, they're needles. You know, if I reach out and I touch this sucker, it's gonna hurt. But to have the tweezers, I don't know, what are the combs for? Why would they have combs in there?
I don't know.
I don't want prickers in my beard. We're staying at the Marine Corps Air Ground Combat Center, 29 Palms, which is, it's beautiful. It's February, and right now I think it's like 72. We've had some cold days, but one thing we get a lot of here is the wind. And there's not a lot of trees to stop it. Obviously, you got some palm trees, more than 29, but you get a lot of dust kicked up. And if you're like me, I like to keep my slide out seals lubricated, and I did it right before we got here. It may not have been a great decision because now the seals are filthy. Look at this. And everything around the trailer looks just like that. There's dust everywhere. You might even hear Susanna inside vacuuming. We both went through, took up all the vents, vacuum in there. She's just doing some final touches. But I'm gonna be cleaning out all these seals because we leave on Sunday and I don't want all that dirt going back and forth with the grease that's on there. So I'm gonna wipe them all down, and then I'm gonna wait to re-lubricate them until we get into Anaheim, which is gonna be our next stop. That is on all the seals.
Our second visit to the park took us further in amongst the Joshua trees, and we were even able to spot a coyote. Can you? Like all national parks, Joshua Tree offers a lot of ranger-led activities. One of the big ones that we highly recommend is the Keys Ranch Guided Tour.
So we're on our second day here at Joshua Tree, which was actually, I don't know, separated by like a week, I think. We've been hanging out on the trail doing a lot of work. We've had a lot of windstorms. It's been cold. Last night we actually froze our hose up. Again.
This is number 2.
We have a heated hose, but every time we need the heated hose, it seems like we're parked this far away from...
It's
we're
just not
too
long
far.
enough. It says it's 25 feet, but I don't think so.
But anyway, so we're at the Keys Ranch here at Joshua Tree. This is a reservations only thing. It's ranger led. You can do reservations up to 60 days in advance, and you can only get tickets on the recreation.gov website. Oh, I thought that guy was going to run the gate. It's $10 a person, but if you have an annual pass, it's $5 a person. Suzanne had some troubles. I guess she couldn't even find how to say that you had an annual pass, so we paid the full amount. You cannot buy tickets at the visitor centers, which is kind of odd because I don't know where you're supposed to get that discount for the pass, but maybe we'll look into that again. But yeah, this is basically a place where you get to go back and look and see how life was in this area in the early 1900s, because the Keys lived here from 1910 till 1969. raised 5 kids out here. And it looks like back in the day this was pretty desolate. There wasn't a lot coming through here, so it should be an interesting and fun tour.
The group tour takes you back to the Keys homestead and is a fantastically preserved look into the lives of the people that settled in the Mojave Desert. Bill Keys came to this area in the early 1900s to run the Desert Queen mine and chose to stay here after it closed in 1917. Over the next 52 years, he and his wife Frances worked tirelessly to tame this land and make it home. The equipment strewn throughout the property are all part of the very interesting story of their lives. They mined, raised cattle, farmed, and crushed ore for other settlers. They built a ranch house, school for their 5 children, workshops, and a store. And they did all of this with what they could find or make.
Where did Bill Keys get all this wood?
Sears.
So again, he's a scavenger. He will go into somebody's site and take the wood that they were building a stamp mill or whatnot and repurpose it as his house.
So sometimes if you want to learn more, talk with the volunteers that are out here. So the gentleman I was just speaking with, he actually met Bill Keys' son. So we get more information. And this wall that's behind me was supposed to be another dam, and Bill Keys built that when he was 78 years old. It's just amazing how much work and effort that they still did it. 78 years old. I think I'm going to be like on a beach somewhere, not building a dam in the desert.
This tour was a fantastic way to step back into history.
We just finished the Keys Ranch tour, and yeah, doubles.
It was very good, very informative,
Yeah.
Great ranger. What an interesting place to live. I mean, really. Nobody around, beautiful scenery. A little cold and windy right now, but I think it's not normally like that.
I mean, the guy lived out here for over 59 years, and what he built, and he was a
Crafty guy,
interesting gentleman.
actor, murderer, carpenter, miner, farmer, Mason. Yep.
Yeah.
That's
self-taught on just about everything. That
well, he said self-taught, and San Quentin taught him as well.
5 years in prison.
Yep.
He learned a lot.
Yeah, because he was reading books all the time.
I mean, what else are you going to do in San Quentin? So, yeah, if you can make reservations for this 60 days out. So if you're planning on coming to Joshua Tree, go online and set this up. I would do probably morning tour, but they're not open June, July, and August because it's too hot. But the rest of the time they do it 5 days out of the week. So check the website. We'll put a link in the description and make this one of your stops. This and the Cholla Garden. It's our last day at 29 Palms, and so we're gonna take a nice long drive back through Joshua Tree all the way from the north through to the south and go see the General Patton Museum, which, if you like General Patton or military history, this is kind of a must-see. The General Patton Memorial Museum is located 50 miles south of 29 Palms. The site is part of what was once the Desert Training Center, where over 1 million men prepared for World War II.
The museum takes you through Patton's entire career, but focuses on his actions in World War II. There's also a lot of World War II artifacts. And the outside part of the museum is full of tanks and other vehicles that have been a part of America's military history.
Never had the opportunity to drink out of a water buffalo, don't take the opportunity. No matter how many times they clean it, no matter what they do, it just always tastes gross. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's a water buffalo. This is a great place for adults and kids to learn more about our country's history, to grasp the terrible loss of life in World War II, and to better understand one of America's greatest generals. The museum was our last stop in this area, and the next day we would be back on the road. Make sure to hop on and join us as we visit Disneyland, the California Adventure Park, Universal Studios, and more.
Thank you for watching. We'd love to share our journey with you, so hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell so you know when a new video is uploaded. And don't forget to leave your comments down below and hit the like button.